Hey everyone, Walter Crosby with Helix Sales Development, your host for Sales and Cigars. Welcome to another episode. Today's episode is what we call a shorty. I want to talk about something that I've been experimenting with, a particular cut on cigars that a friend of mine, Bob Woods, had shared with me in my last visit to Lexington. So what I've been experimenting with is what Bob called a crosscut. So I've always had a propensity to go with a punch. I just like the cleanness of it. I like the fact that it wasn't a big mess. It was a nice tight little hole. It gave me enough of a draw. I've played around with different size punches. Found one that I like, and it gives me a great draw. It doesn't. No muss, no fuss, and I can carry that punch around on my keychain, so it's convenient. So when I was down in Lexington, we were sitting around having a cigar and with Bob, and he wanted to show me this new cut that he's been using, and he uses a V cutter. And I've never been a big V cut guy, but it takes a little bit of practice. It takes a little bit of making sure that the depth of the cut isn't as deep as it would be if you were just doing a straight V cut. So what we did was we took it about half depth and made a regular cut, and then turned the cigar so that you had a perpendicular cut, the same depth, just about halfway. So you have a plus sign, an X, depending upon how perpendicular you can get it. And what it did is it's kind of a cool look to it. It was just fun to try something different. And I was smoking a Davidoff that day, and so I was real careful about how to get that without going too deep. And it worked great. Had a cool look. It was something different. And when you're doing a cut, some people make a real production out of making that cut and toasting the cigar, and this adds to that production if you're one of those people that like to create a little drama around the cut. But I know that's not a big thing, but for all the folks that are cigar guys, this is and gals, this is it's kind of fun. I have yet to be able to get a good picture of it. And that's what I'm working on. I think I got to go out if we ever get any sun here in Michigan. I'm going to go outside and be able to get the right light and take a picture, because it has a subtle look to it. It's not real deep, but it's a cool little cut. So what I also wanted to share in this shorty is that you'll notice that we have a new production team helping me with this podcast. We had great experience with our original producers. They did a super job over at Podkick. Give them a little bump there. They did a great job. They made it easy for somebody who didn't know what the hell they're doing, still learning. So it was a lot of fun. But I ran into a guy through a client who has a ton, 30 plus years of radio experience. He was a pro. He's going to help me get better in not only asking questions, right, which is what I do for a living. I'm in sales. Asking questions is what I do. But when you're doing an interview, to me it's a different context. There's a lot of similarities. It's just a different context. So I have to, you got to learn to listen a little deeper and be able to go with that, which is just like sales. It's just a conversation. So you can help me get better at it, but we're going to have some fun with the ins and outs. We're going to have some fun with maybe some characters. And one of the first episodes that Brendan's going to produce is the one that I did with him. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to up the game a little bit, and I'm trying to bring a little bit more professionalism to the party, bring this up. So if you want to be a guest on Sales and Cigars, all you have to do is reach out to me on LinkedIn reach out to me on the website, helixsalesdevelopment.com. There's on my website, there's a page just for sales and cigars. You can go to salesandcigars.com and just reach out and say, hey, I'm interested to be a guest. We have a program, a process that we run through to get a guest scheduled. It's real easy. We schedule about an hour just in case there's some kind of technical problem getting somebody online here. But we spend about 20 minutes having a conversation about sales, cigars, and it's been a lot of fun. Met some great people, had some great stories about cigars, and I want to continue that. I want to do a little better job of giving you a good product. So I'm open to ideas on what you want to hear. I'm open to other people being guests. Reach out if you're a big cigar person. That's great. If you're not, that's great too. We've got a couple of guests that don't want anything to do with cigars, and we've had some great reaction to that. So go grab a cigar and a libation and enjoy the rest of the day. All right. Thanks.